My name's Carlos Jimenez. I'm 22 years old. I go to Cal State Northridge and I'm majoring in TV production. I was born in Morelos, Mexico, in the city of Zapoteca de Hidalgo, to my two parents, Carlos and Lorena. I came here when I was 3 years old on the back of a truck, believe it or not. Ever since then, I've been living in the United States. I found out back in middle school, I believe it was 2006. I heard a lot of kids were doing walkouts because of some law at the time. And then I asked my mom, I was like, oh, look at these kids, like they're all walking out of school. So like, why are they doing that? I was like, oh, because they're illegal. And I just thought to myself, like, oh, well, at least we're not illegal, Mom. And then she's like, yeah, what are you talking about? We are. So that was a surprise to me. It's like, what? So that kind of changed my whole world upside down, because then I had to really pay attention to politics more. Before then, I didn't know anything about the government. Yeah, I really didn't care. But I saw it as a benefit in a way too, because it made me more aware of the world around me. Well, since I found out I really couldn't get a job, I found out I couldn't get a driver's license too when I was 16, so that kind of bummed me out, but I held on to. I joined the basketball team just so I can get my mind off of the little things too. I've been living here all my life. I feel the government doesn't treat me as I've been living here. They treat me as, you're from someone else's country, you shouldn't receive the benefits that other people were born here.
This morning, Secretary Napolitano announced new actions my administration will take to mend our nation's immigration policy, to make it more fair, more efficient, and more just, specifically for certain young people, sometimes called dreamers. Now, these are young people who study in our schools, they play in our neighborhoods, they're friends with our kids, they pledge allegiance to our flag. They are Americans in their heart, in their minds, in every single way but one, on paper.
Applying for jobs when I didn't have documents was probably really hard to get by, because first of all, I didn't have that much experience. The only experience I had before I got my first paid job was an internship with the congressman, actually. So, and working for him made me realize like how big this immigration deal is too. I saw a lot of people on opposite ends. There's always that fear in the back of my head, like any day I could get deported. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
The DACA will not change immigration status. If a person who applies, it's undocumented, which is the case, it will still be undocumented. It will be granted a lawful presence, but it's still undocumented. Yes.
So the only protection really is for 2 years.
For 2 years.
And after 2 years, you're back where you were before.
It's actually a renewable program that they're saying. So after 2 years, you can reapply.
Right. But at the same time, I assume you could reapply, and then if you're turned down, you'd be back in the same position as before. And that's always a possibility, because it depends on the new administration.
Call it Customer Service Center right here on the page.
You will request an extension for considered by case. The extension approval will only be on the case-by-case basis. You'll use the exact same way that you did it the first time by filing the Form IA-21D consideration for deferred action application.
I have not received any renewal emails or anything like that from the government. You have to do it every 2 years, so I just wish they would have made it longer, because to me it seems kind of pointless. I'm applying every 2 years and I have to pay that bill or that payment again as well too. But I just hope the government does do something or gives me a chance to be a citizen, because I'm just trying to do good. Obama says like, go to school, so I am, and I want to do something with it.